So, I haven't eaten meat in well over 6 years now, and I'm still here. I've not crumbled from a protein deficiency, and in all honesty, I personally haven't felt better, both physically, mentally, and morally. And the thing is, I didn't stop eating meat in the first place because I didn't like the taste of it. I actually love the taste of meat. I grew up in a household that was very meat heavy. I had Balkan roots, and there'd be 3 different animals and different kinds of meats on every special occasion at every dinner table. Christmas, there'd be like turkey, lamb, and a bloody elephant. You name it, it was there on the table, and I enjoyed eating it. But in all seriousness, I remember catching myself looking down on my plate one time. I think I was eating a sweet potato, broccoli, and turkey gym bro type meal, and I was just confused and felt so disconnected about where that food came from. I didn't know the process. I didn't know what that looked like from animal at the farm to how it got on the shelf at the supermarket. I just didn't know what that process looked like. And I just felt so disconnected to it all. So I embarked on a journey to kind of find out how the food that was on my plate got there. And not just meat, a sweet potato, a broccoli, an avocado, etc. I was just so interested in finding out more and just feeling more connected to the food that I was eating. And after spending some time finding things out, I didn't like what I saw. I didn't like how meat was mass produced. I didn't like the places that the animals lived in, how they were treated. I also didn't like how I heavily relied on processed foods at the time. And I also didn't like how these were made either. This kind of sparked me to go on a journey of kind of self-experimentation and figure out more about food and nutrition and health and wellness, but also figure out how the food that I was consuming affected me, how it made me feel physically, mentally, and also spiritually. So after about a year of experimenting with different foods, I naturally cut out certain foods and realized they actually don't affect me. I cut out gluten for a little bit and kind of noticed no difference, so I still eat gluten. I love it. I then cut out dairy and I noticed a significant difference in how I felt. It's weird to say, but my body just felt less inflamed, and slowly I just found myself, without any intention of wanting to go vegan or plant-based or whatever, I just found myself feeling the best on predominantly a whole food plant-based diet. And that's kind of what kept me there. And the more I was in that space, the more time I spent there, the more I realized that this way of eating and living does align with me morally. I love animals. I really do. If I saw a hurt pigeon on the street or a hurt dog or a cat, I'd want to help them. And it just didn't make sense to be in that mindset during the day and then 2 hours later come home and I'm eating a chicken, pig, or a cow. It just didn't feel right to me. So that's a bit of a backstory into how I got here. Now back to the question of, if I don't eat meat, why do I still want to eat foods that look and taste like it? It's because I enjoy it. I enjoy certain tastes, textures, experiences, and it's a pleasurable experience. I grew up on all of those things. They were a part of my life. And nowadays, we as humans have come so far. We no longer need to do these things to survive, and I still think we're stuck in some ways. And now, if you could have a burger, a piece of bacon, even a bit of cheese, that gives you the exact same experiences in terms of taste, texture, pleasure, but doesn't contribute to the needless and unnecessary suffering of animals, then why wouldn't you consider that as an option more? That's why I do it. So when you see certain vegans or vegetarians eat foods like a chicken burger, a vegan chicken steak, whatever it is, just remember, most people don't stop eating meat because they didn't like the taste of it. They do so because they don't want to contribute to the animal suffering that goes on behind it. And this product gives you the exact same experience as this product, just without the baggage behind it. A part of me now wishes I was the kind of person who really loved animals, always knew it, and never wanted to cause harm and suffering to other innocent beings, and kind of that was my main aim for driving my lifestyle change. But it wasn't. I always call myself an animal lover and I always loved dogs and cats, but when it came to the other animals, it just didn't. There was just that disconnect there. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea into that. It's also why I do what I do now. All my recipes, all my content is to inspire more people to eat more plants. It's not all or nothing around here. My lifestyle changes didn't happen overnight like that. It literally happened over a year process of just experimenting with different foods. So I don't expect anyone to do the same. If I can inspire you to eat one extra delicious, tasty, plant-based meal a week, then my job is done. But the more the merrier, of course. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching. Hopefully you learned something and got some new insight. Let me know if there's any other topics or questions you have that you'd like me to cover. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It goes a long way. And I'll see you on the next one. Big love.